we go, guys. Listen, welcome to the show. We got a full show this morning because we got a few things we got to talk about. Today is Thursday, May 17th, 2018. Really glad to have you guys here. Now, the first thing we're going to get, we need to open the charts right here. Now, the first thing we're going to take a look at is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is 82.98. Let me click on Bitstamp here. Open the charts up so you can see. You got to get down and even get the volumes in. We see a little bit of a descending pattern here. If we go to the 15-minute and we pull back, we still see a descending pattern. We go to the 30-minute and we pull back, still a descending pattern. We go out to the 1 hour and pull back. Not really a descending pattern. We go to the 2 hour and we pull back. Then we start to see a descent. Not quite. Let me get to the 4 hour. We get to the 4 hour, we can see a descending pattern again. So at the 4 hour mark here, let me go 6 hour. Let me see what it looks like. Yeah, 6 hour. Okay, in 6 hour we can see really get a good look at a descending pattern. So this is what we're seeing. We're seeing Bitcoin actually descending in price ever since 19,666. It hasn't rallied really any. We see a constant descending pattern. Down, down, down. Even though it's up a little bit from these lows we had, bottom it made was 59.20. If we look and see this descending pattern over a period of months, it's starting to become pretty clear that we're going to test this bottom again before we go up. So that means we're going to break down. If that's true, that means we're going to probably break down into the 5,000s range. I got one thing to say about these cryptocurrencies. And this is that after we test our final bottoms, they are going to make a stairway to the heavens at some point in the not too distant future. We're not talking even 10 years from now. We're talking probably within the next 5 years. People at HODL, top-notch cryptocurrencies, I think they're going to make out like bandits, because what's going to happen probably within the next 3 years, probably within about a 2 or 3 year period from now, faith is going to be lost in the fiat currencies. And this is going to create a driving mechanism for cryptocurrencies. And the money is going to make a transfer over. And when that happens, you're going to see these items cease to become a speculative investment, and they're going to become real money, and people will start accepting them across the board everywhere. You'll be able to spend them everywhere, too, at a certain point. Probably 2 or 3 years from now, you'll be able to spend cryptocurrencies everywhere. Some places will get to the point where they'll say, no, we don't take fiat currency. We don't take the US dollar. But yes, we do take Litecoin. I mean, this is the kind of craziness that's going to start to happen at a certain point, probably a couple years from now, where they're going to say, no, we won't take your US dollars. But yeah, we'll take Litecoin. Oh yeah, we'll take whatever coin it is, and it's going to be just a complete reversal in the way things work. And you guys got to get ready for that, because if you're not into at least some of this stuff, you're going to be kicking yourself. Because when all your friends and neighbors are starting to actually buy in, and they're taking their money out and they're buying into this stuff, at that point it's going to be too late to get on the bandwagon. I mean, look, you could have got Bitcoin for $200 a piece there, and that's not that long ago, if you remember. Now, which coin do I think is going to make it? I'm not exactly sure at this point. What's going to be the big coin? But I'm buying a few Litecoins. I like Litecoins personally. Now you never know. I mean, which coin is going to be the biggest coin? Bitcoin might retain and be the king of the hill forever. It all depends on how well they can scale it. I've heard talk that they're going to be able to scale it out to 1.3 million transactions a second, Bitcoin, in the future, by opening up things like the Lightning Network. That's what I've heard anyway, but that's just rumors. Okay, so cryptocurrency market capitalizations this morning. We're looking at $381 billion. It's been fluctuating around 400 billion. We've got Bitcoin dominance of 37.1%. And if we focus in here, we can see quite a few coins in the top coins. Some are in the green, some are in the red. Bitcoin's in the red. Let me see Litecoin, which is my favorite. It's up just very, very slightly, 138 bucks. EOS, Bitcoin Cash. A lot of these coins are in the green and in the red. It's kind of a mixed bag. Now, the silver price today. Now, silver's a great buy, too. If you're not up for so much risk, if you want something that's got more stability and far less downside risk, silver's your man, you know. But, you know, you might not make as big a gains on the other end with silver, but you're probably going to make very solid gains, because I'm expecting silver to peak over $100, you know. You got to watch and know when to sell silver. You got to have an exit plan. So if you're going to get into silver, first off, there's a few problems for you. One, you're going to have to think about storing it, how to store it. That's going to be a problem. The second thing is you're going to have an exit plan. And my exit strategy is very simple. When I see Jamie Dimon selling, I'm going to sell. That's my plan. I'm going to sell 50% when I see Jamie Dimon sell. So that's my exit strategy. Anyway, let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index right now. It's staying strong, 93.43. Now, I've been expecting the U.S. dollar to fall back to 91 for a couple weeks now. It's staying strong at 93.44. I think it's just a little bit early for the dollar to take off. I'm expecting the dollar to really take off when the stock market hits 20,000. And you know the stock market's going to get a lot of support at 23,000, but when it falls down from 23,000 and breaks through and goes down into new territory, then it's going to fall down to 20,000 really fast from there. Anyway, let's go on to bonds and rates right now. We're looking at the U.S. 10-year this morning at over 3.1%, 3.102% right now, and it's up. The 30-year is up. The 5-year is down ever so slightly, and the 2-year is down. And what a mixed bag. And the 3-month is up. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Dow Jones and see what she's opening at today. Okay, it hasn't opened yet. Let's refresh the page and see what we got. Okay, she's opened down 26 points, which is really not much. I'm expecting quite a large down day today. To tell you the truth, I'm expecting today to end down at least 100 points, maybe more. By the end of the day, I'm expecting actually, I think it very well could be a 200-point down day today or more. I'm kind of expecting a down day today. It's because of bond prices. I think that they're going to be moving into the U.S. 10-year and other bonds today, because the bond prices are so high, which should bring the bond prices back down just very, very, very slightly. The money coming out of the stock market and into bonds, but then later next week it'll probably come from the bonds and back into the stock market again. It's been moving back and forth a little bit. It's almost like liquidity swishing back and forth in the system just a little bit, but only moderate amounts at the top of the liquidity, almost like little waves on the top of a pond or something, you know, sort of a thing. Let's take a look at oil prices. Up. Oil prices are on their way. They're on their way to 80 bucks. Part of this is because of the problems in the Middle East. Iran is causing most of this up in the price of oil. So there's a problem in the financial system that we're going to talk about on this show this morning. Right now, we're going to talk about Deutsche Bank. And what we see is a little tick up for Deutsche Bank back up above $11. It was in the $10 yesterday or the day before. Let me see, what was it? It was about 10 euro, 10.50 or something, 10.30 or something like that. But it's went up to 11.02 today, and what we see is we see people coming in and actually buying this crap. If we go back to let's go back to the 1 year. No, we need the 5 year. We go back to the 5 year. We see some low spots here. It went down to 9.85 euro there on September 2016. And a lot of buyers come in. I think it was from, if I remember right, Qatar or something. A bunch of Arab buyers came in and they bought it all the way up. And they bought it all the way up to $17.42 euro. You know, on March of 2017. And what's been doing is it's been descending ever since then, back down again. Now, Deutsche Bank's in trouble. They're not going to cease to be in trouble. Why these guys are buying in, they're thinking to themselves, Deutsche Bank can never go down because they're too big to fail bank and they're going to come back or whatever. I don't know. And they're thinking this is a good investment and they're coming in and they're buying into this Deutsche Bank stock, which is the foolishest thing on earth, because if they really knew that Deutsche Bank was going to go down, they would dump this stock so quick, honest to God. But I think that there is a possibility that Deutsche Bank could get a bailout, you know, rather than let the system go down. But I mean, it's only going to turn into a zombie bank. Deutsche Bank's never going to come back to the point where it's like a real viable banking institution, you know, sort of thing. It's always going to be a zombie bank at this point. It's basically, it's like a man that's in the hospital and he's had some sort of accident or whatever and he's brain dead. He's laying there and he's plugged into a ventilator. This is Deutsche Bank, you know, and they could continue along like this in their zombie state for God knows how long, you know, especially with this what is it, manager John Cryan or whatever that runs the place, and he's just constantly cutting back, cutting corners here, cutting corners there, trying to save money here, trying to save money there, closing offices here, closing offices there, you know, selling their interests here, selling their interests there, diluting their stocks, selling their shares, selling shares of the company, and whatever he can do to stay alive. And this is basically what's been going on with this zombie bank. And they've been slowly descending, even still, with him cutting everything, trying to cut everything to stay alive, you know? And they've been slowly descending. At a certain point, they might start descending even faster, and the government might actually have to come in and rescue them. Because they can't let them go down. If they let them go down, the whole system goes down. Well, they might actually let them go down, and they might let the system go down. This might be a linchpin to let the system go down. And at that point, then they could come in and rescue the system with more payola, you know. But anyway, this is a big problem right here, Deutsche Bank. This problem's not going to go away. It's going to get worse. These people that are buying stock in Deutsche Bank that think it can't go any lower, it's probably going to go a lot lower. It's probably going to go down to 6 euro. Right now, it's at 11 euro. And so they're probably going to lose half their money because they're stupid, and they deserve to be stupid. You know, they deserve to get their money taken away. I would not buy any stock in Deutsche Bank. You're foolish if you buy any. Now, listen, you know, normally I say this is not financial advice. Well, right now, this is financial advice. Do not buy any stock in Deutsche Bank. Because Deutsche Bank stock, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be a slow ride to hell. It's on a slow ride to hell. It might go up a little bit again. You might get some fools come in and bring it up to $12 or $14 or something like that. But then it'll probably slide back down again, all the way back down to like 9, 8, 7, 6. It'll probably, in a year from now, it'll probably be $6, 6 euros, I mean, per Deutsche Bank stock. So why buy in at 11 where it is right now? Wait until it's 6. And then why buy in at 6? Wait until it's 3. You know, I mean, this is what I think of Deutsche Bank stock. So listen, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next market report. Bye-bye.